Title: Multiple Streams, How Smart People Stop Depending on One Income. I used to think having a job meant I was safe. A paycheck every 30 days? That felt like stability. Until the economy sneezed and I caught pneumonia. When the economy shakes, one income feels like standing on one leg during an earthquake. Try it, stand on one foot. Now imagine someone pushes you. That's what happens when prices rise, companies downsize, or currencies crash. You don't need to be a financial expert to know this. One stream is not enough. Not anymore. Let's be honest. The world is unpredictable. Inflation eats your savings, rent doubles, but your salary doesn't. A single medical bill can erase a year's income, and sometimes your job disappears just like that. So how do people survive? They don't wait. They build multiple legs to stand on. Some call it multiple streams of income. I call it a financial tripod, and smart people are building it everywhere. A teacher in the UK sells lesson plans online. An Uber driver in South Africa invests in rental scooters. A stay-at-home mum in India turns her cooking into a global brand. Different countries, different lives. But the same mindset. Don't rely on just one. Because let's face it, depending on one income is like dating someone who never commits. The moment things get tough, they vanish. But when you have multiple incomes, you sleep better. You choose better. You live smarter. This story isn't about getting rich quick. It's about becoming crisis-proof. They just got smart. Ready to meet them? Let's go. Sophie was a full-time teacher in Manchester, UK. She loved teaching kids, but the pay wasn't great. For 3 years straight, her salary stayed the same. Meanwhile, her bills? They didn't wait. Rent went up, groceries doubled. Even her bus pass cost more. One evening, while grading papers, Sophie sighed and whispered, "There has to be more than this." That same night, she stumbled on a website where teachers sold lesson plans to other teachers for money. Worksheets, slides, quizzes, templates. Wait, she thought. I already make this stuff, every day. At first, Sophie was unsure. Who's going to buy my lessons? What if no one downloads them? Do I even have time for this? But instead of giving up, she decided to try. She picked one of her best history lessons, cleaned it up, and uploaded it to the site. That first week, nothing happened. She felt silly. Maybe this isn't for me, she said. Then one morning she checked her phone. Ping, a sale. Someone in Canada had bought her lesson for $4. Not much, but it felt like 1, 0. The next week, she uploaded 3 more, then 5, then 10. In 1 month, she had made £50. In 2 months, £200. By the end of the year, she was making more from her digital lessons than from her full-time job. Sophie didn't quit teaching. But now, when her boiler broke or her rent increased, she didn't panic. She had a second leg to stand on. She even helped other teachers do the same. Don't let your knowledge sit on a hard drive, she told them. Let it work for you. Her story spread. People from the US, Nigeria, India, and Brazil began asking how she did it. Her answer was simple. Start with what you already know. Package it. Share it. Improve it over time. Sophie never called herself a businesswoman, but that's exactly what she became quietly, steadily, and without quitting her job. She proved that in a shaky economy, your skills are your safety net. And you don't always need something new. Sometimes, the solution is already in your laptop. You just haven't uploaded it yet. Thabo lived in Johannesburg and worked as an Uber driver. He liked the job. He met interesting people, chose his own hours, and made enough to pay rent, buy food, and send a little money home. But when fuel prices started going up, things changed fast. 1 month, he spent R3, 0 on fuel. The next month, R4, 500. He was driving more, but earning less. I'm working twice as hard for half the gain, he told his friend Sifo one night. Sifo nodded. You can't keep trading time for money forever, he said. What happens if your car breaks down? That question hit Thabo hard. He didn't have savings, no backup plan, no second stream of income. The next day, while scrolling through YouTube, he watched a video about a man in Brazil who rented electric scooters to tourists. It was simple. People paid a small fee to ride the scooter around town. No fuel, no driver. Just a smart location and a charger, Thabo thought. He started researching. In Cape Town, people were renting scooters near beaches. In Durban, students used them to move around campus. Even in Joburg, some delivery drivers use scooters for short trips. The idea grew in his mind. Why not me? He didn't have a lot of money, but he used part of his savings and took a small loan to buy 2 used electric scooters. He made simple flyers and gave them to university students and shop workers in his area. First week, 1 rental. Second week, 3. By the second month, both scooters were rented daily. Even better, Thabo didn't need to be there. While he drove Uber during the day, his scooters made money for him in the background. He called it earning while moving and while standing still. Over time, he bought 2 more scooters. Then 5. He created a small WhatsApp group for bookings and hired his cousin to help manage pickups and returns. One day, there was a fuel protest in the city. Roads were blocked. Uber shut down for 24 hours. Thabo didn't drive that day, but his scooters still worked. People still paid, and he still earned. Thabo smiled. "This is why I started," he said. He wasn't rich, not yet, but he had a second leg to stand on. And when people asked how he did it, he kept it simple. Start small. Think smart. Don't wait for things to crash before you build your parachute. Priya lived in Pune, India. She was a full-time mom with 2 little kids and a husband who worked in IT. Life was comfortable, but not easy. Prices were rising, and one income was getting tight. Priya loved to cook. Every meal in her house was homemade, from spicy biryani to soft idols. Friends and neighbors often said, "You should start a food business." But Priya didn't have a shop or extra money or time to work outside. One day, while feeding her baby, she watched a video on YouTube. It was a simple cooking tutorial, 10 minutes long, filmed on a phone. She thought, "I can do this. I'm already cooking every day. Why not record it?" So, she asked her husband to help set up a small tripod in the kitchen. Her first video? A step-by-step guide to making butter chicken. She posted it on YouTube and shared the link on her WhatsApp status. Only 17 people watched. The next video, Masala Dosa, got 56 views. Then came Palak Paneer, 120 views. Not a viral hit, but she kept going. She improved the lighting, added captions, and used simple English so more people could follow. Within 6 months, she had 30 subscribers. That's when YouTube sent her an email. "You're eligible for monetization." She started earning from ads, small amounts at first, but real money. Then a subscriber commented, "Can you share all your recipes in a book?" A light bulb went off. Priya took her 20 most popular recipes and turned them into an ebook. She used Canva, wrote simple instructions, and added pictures from her videos. She sold it for Kandu 199 on Gumroad. In the first month, she sold 78 copies. That gave her confidence to try one more thing, a spice mix. Everyone asked, "What brand of garam masala do you use?" So she decided to make her own. She blended fresh spices at home, packaged them in small Ziploc bags, and offered them to her followers. Orders came slowly at first, then steadily. Now, 2 years later, Priya has 3 income streams. YouTube ads, recipe ebooks, her own spice blends. She still cooks every day, but now every dish helps her earn. And the best part? She didn't need to leave her home. She turned her everyday life into a business. When asked how she survived rising costs, Priya smiled and said, "You don't need a big office. You just need to start small, stay consistent, and give real value. Your job pays you once, but your mind, it can pay you forever. Diversify, don't drown." Let's talk about income, not just what you earn, but how you earn it. When the economy gets shaky, having only one income is like walking a tightrope with no safety net. You need multiple ropes. That's what we call diversification. Here are 4 simple types of income everyone should know. 1. Active income. You work, you earn. This is the money you get from your job, freelance gigs, or services you offer. Examples: a teacher earning a salary, a driver getting paid per ride, a cleaner charging by the hour. Active income is direct. But if you stop working, the money stops too. 2. Passive income. You work once, then it keeps earning. This is money that continues to come in even when you're not actively working every day. Examples: royalties from a book or song, rent from a property, income from a YouTube channel with ads. It takes effort up front, but pays long after. 3. Digital income, online money from anywhere. This is income made using the internet. Examples: selling digital products like ebooks or templates, running an online store, teaching a course or webinar. Digital income can be both active and passive, and it's growing fast. 4. Physical product income, Real stuff, real profits. This comes from selling physical things. You may need storage space or delivery plans, but many have started from a single shelf at home. You don't have to do all four at once. Start with what fits your life, your skills, your interests. The goal? Don't lean on just one leg. One stream can dry up, two can struggle, three or more, that's stability. Remember, you have time, you have tools, you have talent. The economy may rise and fall, but when your income has multiple doors, you always have a way in. Moral lesson: when the economy becomes shaky, people often feel scared. They worry about how to pay rent, buy food, or support their families. But here's the truth: one income is too close to none. If your only source of money stops, what will you do? That's why it's smart to build more than one stream of income, even if they start small. You don't need to be rich. You don't need a business degree. You just need to start with what you know and grow from there. The teacher in the UK didn't wait for a raise. She turned her skills into lesson plans and sold them online. The Uber driver in South Africa didn't stop when fuel prices went up. He used his savings to buy scooters and made money even when he rested. The mom in India didn't need to leave home. She used her phone, her voice, and her kitchen to build a brand. They didn't win the lottery. They didn't have huge investors. They had a plan, and they stayed with it. You can do the same. Here's the formula. Use what you already know or love. Find where it can be useful to others. Offer it online or in your local area. Keep learning and growing. Small actions today can bring big rewards tomorrow. Follow for more. Want more stories like this? Stories of real people from around the world who turned struggle into strength? Then follow us.